I'm Markia.
Want to hear something scary?
The Yola Katarin. It was Christmas Eve, and Vietsub was stressed. She'd been working around the clock to make ends meet, and she desperately hoped she wasn't forgetting something as she trudged through the snow. She cursed again at living in the Icelandic countryside. The bus dropped her a 30-minute walk from her door. Still, the sight of seeing her children's excited faces kept her going. As she got closer to her house, she was surprised to see it in eerie darkness. Usually, she was greeted by twinkly lights decorating the trees along the driveway. Elga couldn't have gotten Anna and Johan to bed already. Juggling packages to find her key, she didn't notice anything unusual as she opened the door. "Hello?" she called, entering the hallway. But instead of two small children running into her arms, she was greeted by silence. "Elga? Anna, Johan, where are you?" Again, nothing. Maybe they wanted to surprise her with gingerbread and suspiat cookies, although the smell of spices was noticeably absent. Rushing to the kitchen, she was hit instead by a vile stench. Suddenly, she slipped, landing in a pool of something warm and sticky. Struggling to stand, she finally managed to push herself up, and the carnage was revealed. Blood. And sticking out from the other side of the kitchen island was a leg. She screamed at the sight of the babysitter, Elga, or what was left of her. The babysitter's body had been ripped apart, teeth and claw marks evident on the remaining flesh. But Vietsub had no time to mourn the teen. She raced up the stairs to her children's bedrooms. She could only hope and pray whatever had gotten in, a wolf, maybe a bear, had not found her babies. She flung open Anna's door. The room was empty. She cried out for Johan and ran towards his room. Her heart stopped. He lay on the floor, his small body broken, covered in bite marks. As she threw herself on top of her son's body, she heard a noise from the closet. She grabbed the lamp from Johan's nightstand and crept towards the door, raising the lamp upwards to be ready to strike. She tripped and fell as something small launched out of the closet and into her arms. "Mama!" Anna sobbed. Vietsub hugged her daughter tightly, Anna choking back sobs as she looked at Johan and then pointed at Vietsub's door. "It went there," she whispered. Vietsub edged towards her bedroom, freezing as she heard the noise. A low growling, almost like a rumble, almost like a purr. Placing Anna behind her, she looked into the hallway where Johan's attacker was revealed. It was a giant black cat-like creature, the size of a panther with glowing red eyes. Its back was arched, razor-sharp claws extended, and when it opened its mouth, she could see rows of tiny, dagger-like teeth. It was the Yule cat, the Yola Katarin. The wooden floor around its feet stained scarlet, evidence of the lives it had cruelly taken. She shook with fear as the terrifying creature stalked towards them, Anna bearing herself into her mother's back. She had already witnessed what this beast was capable of, the bodies of her son and Elga testament to its violent nature. Trembling, she just hoped it would be sated with her and leave Anna unscathed. It stepped closer, staring into her eyes, glowing orbs mesmerizing. It took a long, deep sniff. Vietsub prepared herself for the pain, and then the monster just walked away and out of the house. Vietsub sank to her knees, hugging Anna in relief. She thought the legend of the hungry Yule cat who roamed the Icelandic countryside on Christmas Eve was just a story to encourage hard work. According to the old tale, the gift of new clothes, whether they be coats, socks, or whatever, were the only protection against the monstrous feline. She looked down at the new work trousers she'd had to buy. at the new pajamas Anna was wearing because she'd torn her old pair. She whimpered, remembering Johan's new onesie that she'd had to return since it was too big. How could she have known the legend was real and the dire consequences of simply forgetting to buy him another? Vitlame and Anna's new attire had saved their lives. The Yule cat had been hunting, but perhaps the bland, off-putting smell of new clothing had masked the smell of the seasoned food the Yule had craved. So it left them behind, slinking off into the night, following more scents to other fresh meat.